Welcome back, everybody, for another week of Forza Horizon weekly events. Looks like we have two S1 class events and a B class retro sports cars. I think I'm going to start out with the silly stuff first. I mean, there may be multiple stadiums in this game, but I think this is a baseball stadium, right? Actually, I don't know. I don't know many baseball stadiums that are around like this. No, that didn't appear to be the baseball stadium picture they were looking for. So, let's keep looking. Kind of feel like Dora the Explorer right now. I would assume that this baseball stadium's in Tokyo somewhere. Yeah, that's got to be it. See, that's a baseball stadium. That's got to be. Yeah, I would say that this is what they're looking for, I bet. There we go. What was my reward? Oh, a slide whistle horn. That'll come in handy. And now we need to go find vending machines. That shouldn't be too big of a deal since we're in Tokyo. Oh, there is one. I was about to say that I haven't seen one yet, but that was one. That's 2, 3, and 4. Maybe. Never mind. That might have been 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to destroy a couple more just for good measure here. Oh, yep, that's what we needed. So these two events both appear to be in wet weather. The first is not too cornery heavy. The second one is very, 90 degrees. So I think we're going to focus on putting a good alignment on the car, not overdoing it on the tire compound. I think we're going to go light on the tire compound, especially because it's going to be raining. So putting slicks on it's not going to help us out. Honestly, I think I want to go with something that's on the heavier side. Possibly all-wheel drive or mid-engine, something that can put the power down effectively. Especially because the corners on that second track are very, very much brake, rotate, go type of tracks. So yeah, not a ton of mid-engine options in this class, especially under that B-class threshold. The Eclipse is kind of speaking to me. The weight bias is not ideal, but it does have all-wheel drive. The two heavyweights in this class are the GTO and the SVX, but I don't know what the tire width you can put on that SVX is, but I know you can only put 265s on the Mitsubishi. For B-class, that might not matter, though. I think that's what I'm going to do. I like that car, so we're going to go with the GTO. It weighs more than it weighs a lot more than the Skyline. So we're going to go with that. This thing's got a ton of torque off the line. Pop a wheelie, twist the chassis off the line. So this is the right choice, I think. I think we're going to keep tire compound stock for B-class, and we're just going to throw power at it. At the very least, widen the tires out so we get enough braking grip to slow this 3,800 pound beast down. I gotta go with the classic Oz 3 pieces that nobody liked. I have to. It's calling to me. There we go. Those wheels just look sick on this car. There's no denying that. I don't even remember what the factory alignment on this car looks like. So we're gonna check that out before we do anything. If it's got enough camber, I'm leaving the suspension off. No. Okay. Okay, so we're going to have to throw suspension on it. That's not going to cost us too much, though. Probably going to be in the 1.4, 1.5 front camber range. And I probably shouldn't be adding weight into this, but it'll help out our weight bias a little bit. So I'm going to keep it in there to see how this turns out. If I got to pull it out, I will. I think I'm going to leave the factory cam in it. That might be a mistake. Judging by how little this is affecting the PI, this thing might handle like a dog when we get it done. I don't like pulling weight out of cars. That is the last thing that I like doing because it makes the car harder to operate in general. There's a reason why BMWs weigh 7,000 pounds now. 540 horsepower, 3,800 pounds. This thing's going to be fast. All right, first things first, take the tire pressure down. We're not going to be going 200 miles an hour at any point during the tournament. I'm going to guess we'll hit about 165, 170 at the longest straight, so I'll pull this back to make it say 180 and call it good. Alignment, let's start at 1511. Let's leave the caster alone. That might need to be changed at some point. Arbs, I'm not even gonna attempt to negotiate with it. We're going 0.65 here. Again, I like to tune cars with a bit more spring rate in them, so I think we're going to keep this front. We're actually going to raise it up a little bit, and I think we'll match it with the rear. And I'm going to leave right height alone now. If it feels like it needs to be lowered or raised, I can do that later. Bump stiffness. We're going to go a little bit more mild for me. I'm going to keep it at 6 just to try to get it to play nice with those tires. Those tires don't have any grip in them. Alright, first impressions. This car is not nearly as fast as I thought it was going to be. Honestly, I would have preferred a pre-facelift model so that I could have had a 5-speed instead of a 6-speed. This thing's got torque for days. It doesn't need all 6 speeds, to be honest with you. Right, see, it's leaving me in 4th gear at 65. Yeah, 500 foot-pounds of torque at like 4,000 RPM. This thing doesn't need a 6-speed gearbox. I say that, but it really gets up to top speed quick in 6th gear. Gonna do a quick check on the alignment here, see what's going on with the front end. It must be cold outside. Gonna raise the rebound damping on the rear. Try to help it to rotate a little bit more cleanly. That's especially going to be important in the tight corners. I'm going to take a little bit of front camber out of it too. If that doesn't fix our rotation, then I can always adjust the diff bias. Yeah, see, now it wants to move. Not that it has the ability to grip in. Need to go to a skid pad and see how this thing takes the roundabouts. We very well may be deep into the 1.1, 1.2 range for camber, but as you can see, it's blowing that outside section of the tire out, so it's going to be a low camber, high caster situation. Try that action out. Oh, it feels good. It feels good. That initial bite was crazy, especially on a car on stock tires in the middle of winter. That was fantastic. And then it just gives up and, it reveals itself. I know this car is old in terms of when Turn 10 put it into the game and implemented it and all that, and it shows its age, but I still have a soft spot for this car. I really can't do any testing with the, an inch of slush on the ground. It's not helping me out. I'm thinking it needs more caster though, so I'm going to throw some caster in it and then find a place to test this that isn't wet. As we're loading into the race, I'm realizing my logic's flawed. If we're racing in the wet, we should be tuning it for the wet. And I don't really have any reliable way of doing that. But honestly, I think we're gonna go really, really light on the alignment. and kick in this caster, hope it does what it needs to do. The most important thing I think is going to be braking grip. So having no front camber is not going to be a huge issue. Yeah, I don't like how the car tries to come back mid-corner. Like it points and then it gets scared. It's squishing that front end down, and we're going into the positives on the camber. So I'm gonna bump that back up to 1.2. Since it's gonna be wet, I think we're gonna tune it for, yeah, just give it a little bit extra for the wet. Making the suspension stiffer, especially since we're driving in the wet, might be a mistake, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Yeah, I just don't have enough front grip, and there's nothing I can do to rectify that. I might pull even more temperature out of the front and lower the bump damping. That might help us out, but the car is going to get unstable. I'm not so sure that's the fastest way to take a corner. But we've got 475 foot-pounds of torque, and we're going to use it today. It really wants to pull straight on the corners, and I'm either going to have to fight it, or I'm going to have to adjust the differentials to account for that. Probably going to stiffen up the suspension in the rear too. I don't like pulling the Excel up because it makes the front end of the car want to step out. But on this track, I'm not so sure that's going to matter. Especially if I'm kicking the car out like that. I'm just going to have to get the line right when I drive it. Yeah, see, I can't. It's just dragging the front end over there. I'm going to have to pull that back. Yeah, I don't really like that. I'm almost tempted to take it back to the shop, pull the gearbox out of it, see if we can put some extra power into it. Alright, so let me summarize for you guys. I did absolutely nothing to make the car handle better, and I threw more power at it. And we're going to rock with that now. I threw the first cam in it, and that's going to bump us up about 20 horsepower, and it's not going to take away any torque. Because this is a big bulky boy. I have reduced the front tire width and not the rear, so we are going to introduce more understeer into the system that we already couldn't afford to have. Gearing's right, the alignment's okay. It might be a little bit overly stiff now that I've absolutely throttled it into oblivion. I think that this is as much time as I want to spend on this car right now. So we're gonna run it and see what happens. Oh, thanks for that. And I'm getting outpaced by a DeLorean. That's a first. Why is my teammate pushing me into the guardrail? It's not very nice. Come on. Fighting for my life back here and I'm getting smoked. Well, I think I more than redeemed myself on that one. I was locked in, buddy. Good job. Good job, purple car. So the reason I'm going with the Rallycross Volkswagen is because both of these stages have very little requirement for suspension travel, and I'm going to take advantage of that. The first track has a lot of asphalt sections. The second one has a huge straight at the end. That's so wrong. Alright, let's see if we end up playing bumper cars today. You know, I can see why they had 3 degrees of camber on this thing beforehand. Somebody got stuck on that guardrail. That RS200's fast, I'll give him that. Yeah, somebody went down the guardrail. Oops. He'll catch up to me, don't worry. I didn't realize we were going to be hitting 250 mile an hour on the straighter. I would have geared it for it. Come on, man. Watch, she's gonna do what I just did. Oh, never mind. And I'm gonna mess it up. Get out of my way. Bruh. Alright, now that we're out of traffic, I can see if I can make any attempt at catching up to this dude. Is there not a regular NSX in this game? Really? No, it doesn't appear you can get one. Well, that's disappointing. It's wet outside, and we're going to be doing sprint races, so I think the move is going to be to run the rally tires. Hope for the best. Oh, is there a body kit for this? Oh, there is. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little disappointed. Honestly, I'm just gonna leave this alone. And I'm gonna put sway bars on it. I'm gonna put sway bars on it. I'm gonna leave everything else alone. This is gonna be basically a bone stock car with, and I only get one sway bar. Okay, cool. Yeah, bone stock car with sway bars. and lots of power. Almost 1,000 horsepower, that's not bad. This car looks really sick from the back. I've always loved how this car looks, but I really don't dig the front end on the final edition cars. It's just like, I don't know, the design language for the early 2020s has been take car and then make vent bigger, and that's supposed to signify that it's the performance version, I guess. It would have helped out immensely if I shortened gear ratios. This thing's got either an 8 or a 10 speed from the factory, and it would have been nice to have had everything a little bit closer together with that cam. Well, that was a little different. Okay, that changed my mood. It appears as though I'm going to get smoked by another NSX, though. Especially if I do that. It appears as though my car is significantly slower than everybody else's until about 180. And then I kind of sort of catch up. Oh, that sidewalk didn't give me any grip to brake. Wow. That was really bad. Leave it to Microsoft to make the first weekly event with, you know, fast cars and have it be in the rain. This sucks, and I tell Playground Games to fix this. This sucks. Nobody wants to drive in the rain. Especially not me, because I just lost again. Alright, I can't accept getting 4th place twice as the conclusion to whatever it is that we're doing here, so. Car grips up better than the Honda did. Bruh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not interested in getting kicked by a Corvette, so we're just gonna do that and call it defense, yeah. Coming in hot. I'm gone. Well, that was satisfying. How convenient. I have a vehicle that fits that category. Will I get it? Yep, sure did. Coming in hot. All right, let's try that again. That's how I do it. That was easy enough too. That was not that bad. What was the mileage? 90? Yeah, that wasn't bad. I could have done that in a stock one. Hey, give me that teacup real quick. Thank you. Not looking forward to this, let me tell you. Well, that's not good.
The arena is shrinking. Basically, just don't drive out of the big force field, okay?
Arena shrinking!
Oh, thank you so much for that. I'm not going to be able to get off this building. Yeah, I'll take that. Now I just have to make sure I don't get killed. Oh my lord. How do I get off this? Like that. Oh my god, I'm gonna get killed.
Get back inside the arena, or if this is a shortcut, hurry up.
I can't go across the water. I can't. Am I going the right way at least? Yes. Okay. I'm probably dead. I don't know where to go. Man.
Oh, eliminated. It's fun, right? And a little tense. You want to go again?
No, it's not very fun, to be honest with you, mate.
Let's see if I can avoid getting stuck on the roof this time.
Arena shrinking!
Anything good over here? Nope. Doesn't appear to be. Oh, Lord. Alright, which way we need to go? Left. Alright, give me something good. Oh. That's almost a downgrade, to be honest. I don't know if this is faster than the Honda. Can I get an upgrade, please? Survey says... it'll do. Ain't a Porsche 959. Oh, we gotta move. How do I get over there? Follow this road. Will I get killed by the pink force field?
Who likes new cars? Well, here, have some new car drops.
Why is everybody in those games so zesty? Come on, Porsche 959. Come on.
New car drops incoming!
Yeah, I'd call that an upgrade. Where's Homeboy driving?
Alright, the Eliminator is on. Challenge or be challenged to head-to-head races. Nice, I like the confidence. So, win this and you're still in the game. If you come second though, well, you'll be eliminated.
Yeah, I know how a race works, bud. Where's the road? I don't have it. Okay. This game sucks. Oh, I can't hit those trees? Okay, cool. Only way I'm gonna win is if I go straight. Oh my god. Come on. Bro, this Audi sucks. Are you serious? Come on. Thank you.
And they're eliminated. So, do you want to nab their car or do you want to upgrade your
No, I
car?
don't want their turd. Oh yeah, give me the Lambo.
Stealth go.
Can I get an RJ Anderson? That'd be an upgrade. No, I can't.
Just a quick one. All races head for the center of the arena.
We're just gonna have to go up that. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Come on. Did he miss it? Nope. Well, I'm glad that's over. Get my participation trophy and get out. Well, I think that about wraps it up. If you wish to download this or the 3000 GT tunes, I will have those posted in the description. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic day and hope to see you in the next video.